Today, I'm going to demonstrate two open banking use cases implemented using the Cloudentity authorization control plane and open banking consent applications. The first use case is one in which a user authenticates to a Fintech application and connects their external bank accounts for use via that application. The second use case will illustrate a payment being made via the Fintech application from a connected bank account to an investment account. Both of these user interactions will require Strong Client Authentication, or SCA, prior to presenting the user with the information they need in order to provide their consent prior to completing the transactions. We'll start by accessing and logging into our sample FinTech application called FinanceCrew. Upon accessing the FinanceCrew site, we're presented with the option to connect to our bank since we don't yet have any connected accounts. So we'll click that button and select the bank we want to connect to from the list. For the demonstration, we're using a sample bank we call GoBank. The next page presented shows the user the details of what they are about to request. The information presented here specifically adheres to the open banking specification. After clicking the Allow Access button, the user is taken to the banking site to authorize the transaction. Since the user is not currently authenticated to the GoBank site, a login page, in this case presented by the GoBank identity provider, which is Okta. After authenticating to the GoBank site, we are presented with the Strong Client Authentication, or SCA prompt, which is required by GoBank before the account information is displayed in order to ensure the user's privacy. You'll notice that because this user has already registered for push OTP via the GoBank IDP, they see an option to perform an SMS OTP challenge, as well as an option to use push OTP via their mobile device instead. In this case, we're going to select the push option, and you'll see on the mobile device that a push OTP flow has been initiated, and the user will need to respond to the prompt on the phone in order to proceed. Once the push OTP flow is complete, the account information is displayed, and the user is able to select which accounts they want to connect, as well as examine the detail of what data is being shared. The user consents to share this data by clicking on I agree, and the account information is shared from GoBank to FinanceCrew automatically, which completes the open banking add account flow. Now that the user's GoBank accounts are connected, we can start investing using funds from those accounts via the open banking payment initiation flow. The user can begin investing in their FinanceCrew retirement account by clicking on the Contribute Now button and specifying the amount they would like to contribute. After specifying the amount, the user must confirm which bank account they want to use to fund their investment. Once they have made their selections, they are presented with a summary of the payment information so that they can confirm it prior to initiating the payment. Note that this information is presented in a way that specifically adheres to the open banking specification. The user is then redirected back to GoBank to authorize the payment. Since the user is already authenticated to GoBank, they don't need to log in again, but they are prompted for SCA again before they can see the payment and account information in the consent form. This time we'll use the SMS OTP option, and you'll see that the payment consent pre-authorization information is sent to the user's device via SMS, including a 6-digit OTP, which needs to be entered into the prompt. Once the OTP is confirmed, the payment and account information is presented to the user, and after the user confirms the payment, the transaction is automatically completed. This completes the open banking payment initiation flow and also concludes today's demonstration.